We've got some exciting Bitcoin and altcoin analysis to do in this video. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to start with a very quick clip. This is from December 9th, earlier in the month. Check this out very briefly. There's a case, especially because how big this pattern is, this inverse head and shoulders. We get the breakout, and then we're needing to consolidate, a throwback to the pattern itself, a throwback to the neckline. This technical move might lead to a multi-week, it could even be a multi-month, just consolidation, a dip. And I want to say that is not me just predicting that. I'm just saying from a technical, just strictly technical perspective, this is in play. Here we are right now. It's not a prediction. And I wanted to start the video with this because it is time. It is time to put aside emotion. If you're zoomed in on the charts especially, I think this could be helpful. But just think about this for a moment. On the Bitcoin daily chart, we're going to talk about the price move. We're going to talk about a really nice altcoin setup that is happening right now. Altcoin market's looking stronger than many probably think. I'm going to show you why. But just think about this. 1 month ago, around this time, Bitcoin at the same exact price it is right now, the bullishness in the air, if you can remember back here around a month ago, completely opposite of what is happening right here. Right now, it's like it's over. It's over for crypto. It was fun while it lasted. So you can get a really nice glimpse of the volatility, the short-term roller coaster ride of emotions when you start looking at the zoomed in charts. But there's also a macro roadmap on these charts. And that's what I want to discuss in the video. We're going to start with Bitcoin price action, and then I'm going to talk about altcoins and what I'm seeing with altcoins. It's looking better than I think most realize right now. So hit the subscribe and like on the way, and let's just jump into the video. I want to start, obviously I showed that clip, right? The inverse head and shoulders, the setup, we were right around 98,000. You can see on the chart what that looks like then. This was not that long ago, and now what it looks like. We're kind of retracing, we're consolidating on the macro. So it is true. It's from a very just strictly technical perspective. Anytime, whether it's a 4-hour chart or a multi-year weekly chart like you see here, when we're getting a right shoulder breaking a neckline, it is best to always anticipate a throwback to the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders. It's a very normal move. It doesn't matter where we are in a cycle. It doesn't matter what's going on in a cycle. It's just a very normal move. Is that to say it's definitely going to happen? Well, we have the target to just below $80,000. Interestingly enough, you see that 20-week moving average, very confluent with the neckline. It's a really nice technical move. The question is I have though right now as we start really looking at the zoomed in, is it going to happen? And you can see there's kind of this, I've been seeing this posted a lot, this head and shoulders on the daily chart, right? People getting really freaked out about this head and shoulders target to like around $80,000 or so. Is that what's in play right now? This could be what sets up the actual throwback to the neckline. That could be the move. And it could happen. But I want to propose something. I saw this post from On-Chain College. I follow a lot of his stuff because he's bringing up different data points like the short-term holder profit target, the short-term holder cost basis chart. And he said something. I wrote this to Bitcoin Live members last week. With the short-term holder cost basis at 86.6 thousand, I would not be surprised by a short-term test of this level. It doesn't need to happen, but I won't be alarmed if we see mid-80s. So based on short-term holder cost basis data, mid-80s is very much in play. At the time when he posted this was 86.6. What's interesting to me about that though is if you go to a daily chart, and this is kind of a hopium play on the short term. Yes, we have this head and shoulders that you see here, and the target is closer to the $80,000 range, even maybe upper 70s, but he's bringing on this on-chain data in the mid-80s, and I'm wondering if we get some type of just fake out. And I'm always looking for busted patterns, no matter what type of pattern it is. And that is to say, breakout to the downside in this case, doesn't hit the target, pulls back, and just continues higher, right? So that's like that hopium short-term play. But we have a support area. It's not necessarily a moving average, as you can see. The 200-day moving average all the way to 71. We're already below the 50-day, the 20-day. There's no real moving averages to see support, but there is this kind of idea of on-chain support at that short-term holder cost basis area that on-chain college is looking at. And I just thought that was kind of interesting for this potential fake out, right? I know the bears have stepped in a little bit. They're bringing Bitcoin and crypto markets down. This is normal. So all I'm doing right now is letting this entire move play out, especially with where we are. It's December 30th right now, end of year. We need to kick off this new year. There's a lot of things that I think are just settling in, right? We had a lot of hype with the elections, and we have our first pro-crypto president coming into play in like a few weeks. It's insane we're this close. So I'm just chilling out right now. I'm letting things consolidate if they need to. But my eye is definitely on the bigger picture right now, everybody. I'm not going to sit here and do this massive reminder of all of the things that are happening fundamentally, let alone where we are in the cycles. Altcoin season just kicking off, very similar to kind of last cycle and also the cycle before that. Y'all know that. I talk about it all the time. Right now, I'm ending out this year. Let's see how this move plays out. Let's see if we get kind of some type of support at that on-chain support level, the short-term holder cost basis, in between 85 to 90, maybe if Bitcoin's going to fall a little bit lower, what happens at that level. But needless to say, I'm zoomed out on Bitcoin. I'm zoomed out on the cycle. I think there is so much upside. And when it comes to altcoins, I want to show you something. It is this. Right now, if we go, we're on the daily chart on the total crypto market cap. This is what it looks like. Total crypto market cap after altcoin season, right? This is everything. This is total crypto market cap. Here's altcoin season. That means Bitcoin dominance just started falling right here. We're getting like our first bull market dip. That's what this is. We go to last cycle. It kind of is like the first bull market dip right here. But what I want to draw your attention to is really the dips that happen in a bull cycle on the total crypto market cap chart. For instance, we have this dip, February 2021. We have a March 2021 dip. You see these little dips in a bull market? If we go to Bitcoin dominance chart, check this out. This is last cycle. Here is the February dip 2021. Here's March dip 2021. Notice in a bull market, cryptos are dipping. What is Bitcoin not doing here? Last cycle, right after altcoin season started. Bitcoin dominance is not just pumping to the upside, meaning y'all know a lot of times when Bitcoin dominant or when crypto markets are falling, Bitcoin dominance is just doing better. Altcoins are always like outperforming to the downside, right? And so Bitcoin dominance oftentimes rises when all cryptos are falling. But notice what it was doing in a bull market last cycle. And that story continued. Look at Bitcoin dominance, just absolutely falling. But when crypto markets were consolidating, it was sideways. It was just sideways. If we go look at Bitcoin dominance chart right now, and this is probably the most interesting thing happening on the charts. Look at this. Cryptos have been falling. Cryptos have been consolidating. This is a daily chart, right? You go to Bitcoin daily chart. It's been falling. What's Bitcoin dominance been doing? Just also falling. It's definitely not been pumping. I can tell you that much. That story might change in the coming hours or days. I don't know. But right now, this is a very telling indicator because post Bitcoin or altcoin season starting, that's Bitcoin dominance falling. We're having Bitcoin dominance not pumping during these moments of consolidation. And I should say just moments of downside because that's what this is right now. We're just seeing these moving averages consolidate right now. The 20-day pulling back into the 50. The 200 obviously is all the way down here. $2.5 trillion market cap. It's not. I'm not sitting here saying that we're going to hit that area, but I'm just saying these 20 and 50-day moving averages have been consolidating. Crypto's consolidating. Bitcoin dominance not pumping. So that is a very telling indicator for altcoin markets right now, something to keep an eye on as we go into 2025. And then the last thing that I do want to mention to you is if you zoom out on a daily chart, this really is the first post altcoin season dip. This is the first dip that we're getting post altcoin season. So if you want to look at previous cycles, we're kind of like right here. And if you look at 2 cycles ago, we're kind of like, and this is going way back, kind of like right here in terms of where we are in the cycle. So I'm trying to pace myself. I posted this yesterday because this is how I think it is as we're ending the year going into 2025. You're one of two people really right now, especially at this time. A lot of people have a lot of time to think about this. On one side, we have those who recognize we're at the edge of a massive bull run. That's me. On the other side, we have those convinced the top is already in, very distracted by short-term dips, like this dip. I just think it's a distraction to a lot of people. The lines are drawn, the teams are picked. The answer will be clear soon. So, and it is true. The answer will be clear on these macro charts. Will the bull market story continue as we head into an incredibly bullish 2025 and we head higher? Or will we not? I think most people have made up their minds kind of, what side of things they're on. Y'all know where I am, but I wanted to just kind of present all of this data to you. Obviously, a shorter term Bitcoin technical analysis. What to anticipate? The move is very normal if we do even get that massive dip to the $80,000 region. But if not, maybe we get a nice little busted pattern, a fake out to the downside, and we're going higher sooner than most people might realize. But either way, you zoom out on all of these charts, you look at what altcoins are doing right now, even compared to Bitcoin dominance, and I would say all is just on pace. I hope you're doing well out there. Not sure yet if I'm going to do one more video for the year tomorrow, New Year's Eve, but we'll see. We'll see what price action does. Hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber, please. Turn the notifications on. Hit the like button. Anything you're doing out there, everybody, it's very meaningful to me. I am grateful for each and every one of you. Your support goes a long way in all of these videos, so I appreciate you. I hope you have a good rest of the day. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.